Hey, what's up, learners? Tyler from 10 Thumbs Pro. We do new guitar tutorials every single Monday, and today we're breaking down some rhythm tricks that I picked up from Hey Joe listening to Jimi Hendrix. These are little ideas that you can add to your playing, whether it's in the same key, whether it's Hey Joe, or whether it's an original song. If you like what we do, hit subscribe. If you love it, think about becoming a Patreon printable tabs with this and all our tutorials. Links up in the notes. There's some bonus lessons pinned in the description as well that complement this learning if you dig this kind of stuff. My email's there if you want some one-on-one lessons. Let's do it. Grab the guitar, brain attention span, follow me on in, and let's break this one down. So we're going to kind of just keep this idea basic, but I'll show you kind of where you can go with it if you want. So open those two strings, 1 and low E, dood, dood, and then 7 hammer 9 on the D string. And we're to the 7th here on the and. 1 and 2 E and. So that next open E is actually going to be on the 4th beat. 1 and 2, 4. Boom, boom, da, boom, ba, doom, boom. And from there, if you wanted to, you could transition to strumming an E, any kind of Jimmy chord solo. It's just really meant to be one measure of an E major idea. So that is one Jimi Hendrix idea that you can use anytime over the E chord. And you can obviously mix it up as well too. Because you have that E minor chord there, E major chord, E9. So you have a lot of space and shape 4 right here. To expand on that idea if you want. This one's really, really basic, and it's actually in particular going from a G to a D. But you could use this just going to a D in any kind of circumstance. 3rd fret here, and you're gonna slide 3 to 7 on the E. Then your index finger is gonna grab the 5th fret, and then your ring finger 7, 7, 7. Do do do. Now that's a really basic change. There's more though you can do to that. That's just kind of showing you one idea with it. Everything around this 3, 5, 3, and 7 here, so 3, 5, 3, 5, and 3, 7, 5, all blends itself to this D chord with a root here on the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, there is one other cool little trick too you can do, and you have your inverted D here. So you're gonna go 5, 7, slide 9, 5, 7, slide 9, 7, 7, 7 on the D, G, and B strings. That's a D chord, but check this out. It's connected to shape 1 of the D major pentatonic. That's a Jimi inversion trick, and I'll link a video because I did a deep dive just on that one trick. So let's say hypothetically the rhythm was C and then D. One hammer 3 1 do 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 1 3 1 3 do 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 1 hammer 3 1 3 then 1 slide to 3 do 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 do. Then you down on the C. Do the same over the D. So he's all over these little rhythm sections and these do extensions into the chord and extensions out of the chord. Here's a fun little one he does that's just kind of a tease that sounds really good. It goes. And over the E, he's playing the second fret of the A string, the B note, against the open D string. Do, 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 do. And he'll resolve that with a big pluck over the low E. Very cool, but a very effective trick. And you can use that anytime you come around to the E, especially if you're treating the E more like an E7 in your song. Here's a cool feel that he'll use over if he's playing E minor pentatonic over the E7, E minor, G, and it's gonna open B, sleep, and 2 to 4 on the G string. To this double stop, that's a 3 and a 4. On the B and the G. That's cool. Then it's 3rd fret of the B, open E, and give it a little bend to make it sour, and then hammer on the 5th fret. And then back to 3 and 0. Then 4, slide to 2, pull off, 2nd fret of the D string, which is your E note. So it sounds great. Here's another fun one that plays over the E, similar to it's 5 hammer 7 to the 5th fret of the A string. All this is kind of implying this E chord, right? B is a chord tone of E, and D is what makes our E an E7. It goes back to 7, and then back again to 5 with a quarter bend, which is really cool because it's hinting at the G sharp, which is the 3rd of the chord. So you get over an E7. I think that one's very, very cool. Also very subtle. And if you have a root that you're playing on the A string, anytime you use a 7 chord, let's say it's a C, you could use the same idea. You would just find your root note there and play the riff right below it. Do, 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 do. D. So it'd be 3 hammer 5 to 3, back to 5, back to 3, with the resolution never even being played. And the last one is a change that you can think about as either like a 1 to 5 or a 4 to 1. We're going to be doing it from a D to an A, but you can mix this up and you're going to see it's based on these ideas of these top notes towards this A shape. We're going to make a D chord and we're going to pluck the 5th fret of the A string, the root note, in the triad. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and. slow. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2. Up to the 1 here, 5th fret of the E string, which is the root of our next chord. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, nice and slow. There you have it, folks. Those are some rhythm tips and tricks that get you playing more like Jimi Hendrix. The idea is to adapt them, make them your own, so that way when people hear them, they go, oh, that's really cool. How'd you come up with that? So it's not such a blatant, obvious Jack from Jimmy. Try to mix it up a little bit, give it your own twist. And until next time, have a lovely day. Think about becoming a Patreon, cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. Links in the notes. Check out these other playlists as well if you dig it. And until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Have a lovely day. Life is good. I really like this one. I know it's basic, but it sounds really cool, and I like how it's not resolved. All right, until next time, have a lovely day. Life is good. Rock and roll. Take care, friends.